to the Makerspace. First-time users must complete this Makerspace orientation. They must read and agree to the Makerspace use guidelines and read and agree to the Makerspace liability waiver.
All Wake Tech Community College policies apply to the Makerspace. Users of the Makerspace agree to respect and abide by Wake Tech Community College libraries and college guidelines and policies and the Student Code of Conduct, as well as state and federal laws, including those around copyright and intellectual property. At the discretion of the Makerspace staff, loss of privileges for violation of the library, college, or Makerspace guidelines may occur. The Makerspace services, resources, and workshops are available free of charge to all current students, faculty, staff, and Wake County community borrowers. The user is responsible for lost or missing equipment and intentional misuse, resulting in permanently unusable or damaged equipment.
Use of space. Work and behave in a way that protects the safety of yourself and others. Use the safety guidelines and safety gear as instructed. Follow all appropriate safety measures outlined in the orientation. If you are injured at any time, you can find a first aid kit by the Makerspace door and at the first floor information desk at the library. Please report all injuries regardless of severity to Makerspace or library staff. Call 911 for an emergency.
As of now, the maximum room capacity is 3 people, staff included. However, if logistically feasible, the open area outside of the Makerspace may be used at the discretion of Makerspace staff. The user agrees to take precautions to avoid causing any damage to the equipment. Food and drinks are not allowed in the Makerspace. Users may use the Makerspace during open hours and by reservation. Please be mindful of others and clean up after yourself. Use of equipment and supplies. Resources and equipment are available to users on a first-come, first-served basis. Personnel use is welcome and encouraged. There is currently no charge for 3D scanning, 3D printing, or the filament used for printing. The library supplies the filament. The operation and use of the Makerspace are under the supervision of the Makerspace staff. The use of any equipment in the Makerspace by users is at the discretion of the Makerspace staff. A consultation with Makerspace staff is required before a print or scanning job is accepted. The Makerspace equipment must be used for lawful purposes. Ask for help when you are uncertain of what to do or how to operate Makerspace equipment. The user must return equipment and devices used in the space to their original location. Currently, the maximum time allowed for any printing or scanning job is 3 hours. The user may step away during that time, if need be, but we strongly recommend that you stick around and attend to your work. Overnight printing is not allowed.
If you cannot complete a project during the time you are in attendance, please see the Makerspace staff for instructions regarding the location to store your project for later use.
Wake Tech Community College will provide Makerspace materials such as the appropriate filament to reduce the risk of damage to equipment or harm to users within the Makerspace. No outside filament supplies will be permitted. The Makerspace staff reserves the right to disapprove of the use of certain materials and tools at their discretion. Save your work in a timely manner. Please note that larger files take longer to save. User projects. The Makerspace staff reserves the right to refuse, halt, or delete the creation of items that are known to be copyright protected, dangerous, disruptive, or illegal.
Do not create any tools of vandalism, weapons, or weapon-like items, including parts of weapons, ammunition, and defensive as well as offensive weapons. Do not use the Makerspace to violate the intellectual property rights of others by making copies of artwork, objects, or other materials that you are not authorized to reproduce.
Do not create projects that will be considered obscene or otherwise inappropriate. Commercial or large-scale production use of the Makerspace is not allowed. Do not use the equipment or materials in the Makerspace to create things that you intend to sell or things you plan to make more than 3 copies of for distribution. Completed projects must be picked up within 10 days of printing, or they will be considered abandoned and either be recycled or become the property of the Makerspace. However, arrangements can be made for prolonged storage time.
Thank
Thanks
you
for
for
your
your cooperation
cooperation,
and let's create something awesome
awesome
today.
today.